as you may know, Azerbaijan recently held its third constitutional referendum, and the Central Election Commission approved the results of the referendum 2 days ago on the 11th of October. What is your general opinion about the referendum and the Azerbaijani government decision to hold a third referendum?
Okay, I was part, of the official delegation of the Council of Europe during the day of the referendum. So we have the opportunity to talk with the president, with the parliament, medias, opposition parties, and then we go the day of the referendum. We go to different polling stations. So we have a report about that, and we say that everything was okay, and I think all the democratic parameters, it was very good, during this day. Although we don't know what happened, the weeks before, because opposition parties or media say, that probably didn't have the opportunity to express enough, their position about the referendum. But the final conclusion we have in our report is that everything was okay. So we conclude that they are doing good about the referendum.
All right. Can I ask you some more technical questions? On the election day, you were in Azerbaijan, from what I understand, on the 26th of September. And may I ask you how many polling stations and constituencies have you visited, if you recall?
Okay, in 14 of them, and then
14
polling stations, and then at the end of the day, we went to a polling station, to be there during the accounting the votes.
Okay, and were you doing it since morning till evening? Was it a full day of observation?
Yeah, that's right, all day of observation, and at the end of the day and the day after the referendum, we have we have a meeting of the official delegation, and we have a conclusion to say everything was okay.
Okay, and just to ask about the amendments themselves, your personal opinion. Do you believe that amendments such as extension of the presidential term to 7 years and abolition of age limits for presidential elections are compatible with the values of Council of Europe?
Well, we don't evaluate that, the reason of the reform of the constitution, because it was our objective there. The only objective of the official delegations is going there and see that the day of the referendum everything was okay, and everything go in the democratic parameter that we have here in the Council of Europe.
But maybe you have a personal opinion on the content.
Well, what I think is Azerbaijan is doing a good job. I think Azerbaijan is a very important country for Europe because of the strategic situation in Europe, and I think they are doing good effort, But what we are trying from the Council of Europe to help, the government of Azerbaijan, because we think the future has to be more democratic efforts in Azerbaijan, and then more Europe. So we think, that we are trying to help, Azerbaijan, to go to a full democratic system.
So you think Azerbaijan is on the right path towards?
Yeah, I think so. I have been there for 3 times, during the legislative elections, presidential elections, and then I come here for last time for the referendum. 3 times like international observer, and I realized, that Azerbaijan is going in the good way, for a full democratic country.
Since you mentioned that the referendum was democratic and the amendments are also in line with the Council of Europe values, would you think that in a country like yours, in Spain, do you think those reforms would also be useful, like extension of the presidential well, you don't have a president per se, but do you think some reforms like that could also be implemented in your own country?
Okay, it's like we have a democratic system for a long time, so normally this kind of referendum, we don't have this kind of referendum. It's like all the interior of the referendum in Azerbaijan, you have to know, what's the reason, for those. But what I think is that the president told us that he's trying, economic is not going very good right now because of the oil come down. And they are trying, to do different reforms, economic reforms in agriculture and tourism, so that gets more economic for the country. Anyhow, I think what we are trying is to help them. I think that we step by step, Azerbaijan has to go to a full democratic country, and then I think, like in all the rest of the country, in the European Union, we need to go further, in democratics and rights and public liberties, and so we are going to help, because what I told you before, we need Azerbaijan, Europe needs Azerbaijan needs Europe. And we want, to Azerbaijan to be a friend of all the countries here in Europe. And what we have is to help, cooperate with Azerbaijan government, so we get all the same objectives.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.